Yeah, man. It appears Magoo is back and living large, baby. All right. Welcome. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Once again, I am your host, Magoo. Welcome to Magoo Speaks. I'm back. You know me, I'm gonna talk some shit today. The journey been going well. I hope everybody has been experiencing the same luck I've had recently, although I know it might be true that people are going through different things than I am. And that's fine. It's part of the process. It's expected. I mean, we're all at different areas in our life, and it's gonna reflect on the mat, on the floor, in the gym, wherever we are, trying to get ourselves together. The workspace, or here in the studio like I am, trying to do this podcast to talk to y'all. Because let me tell you something. Like, just being able to have y'all to lean on and let all my thoughts out too has been a real blessing for me mentally and emotionally, and it's helped to lift my spirit. And I look forward to returning to the mat tonight so that I can have more things to talk about next time, because that's what this is predicated on. It's just what happens on the mat. And so I was cooking, and so we'll get into some quick stuff. I was cooking up on the mat, and I came up with this topic. And so for this week's topic, right, we're talking about three reasons why you need to be more enthusiastic. That is 3 reasons why you need to be more enthusiastic. Okay, I get it. Maybe some people are being enthusiastic. Maybe some aren't. Maybe some are trying to, but it doesn't show. I don't know. But I think that enthusiasm is sorely lacking in a lot of people, because you see a lot of apathy these days, which is a lack of passion. Whereas, you know, I don't think that people should be engaged in anything that they aren't passionate about at this point. I mean, like, listen, how much are we gonna hurt? You know? So, we'll definitely talk about that. But first, I want to do some analysis real quick. Now, I was out and I went to visit, shout out to my dad. It was his birthday this past Friday. He's an old guy. He used to do karate and boxing as a child. So since I've been training, it's been a way for us to talk and connect a little bit more than ever, actually. So shout out to that, and happy birthday, Dad. And so anyway, I was hanging out with my brother for a little while, and I get this alert about the Anthony Joshua fight. So of course I didn't get to see the fight because I was out, but no problem. I got to watch the fight. And quick analysis on this Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois fight. Now, it was a 5th round knockout, okay? It was 5 rounds out of 12. I mean, it was for the IBF championship. By the way, the belt was vacated by Usyk shortly after he won the last belt from the WBC from Tyson Fury to become the first unanimous heavyweight champion in the 4-belt era. Unfortunately, the IBF stripped him of the belt. So, okay, cool. Say less. But then, okay, Dubois wins the belt, right? Now, Anthony Joshua is just going in there, right? It seems like he's a desperate man. And I don't know what it was like during training for him leading up to the fight, but I could tell you, like, his trainer needs to be fired. Like, I'm sorry. And I'm not an advocate for people losing their jobs and all that. You know, everybody gotta make their money. But look, when you come in there and you just look so sloppy, I mean, your hands are all down. Like, the man got dropped like 3 straight rounds. Like, he got dropped. And real talk, one of them times I think it was like the 2nd time he got dropped. Yo, I swear to God, I got dropped in sparring like that so many times. Like, yo, hands down, and they just flying strikes at you. Like, I mean, Jesus, the guy's lucky he didn't have to deal with kicks. Like, I gotta deal with kicks. I mean, come on. you don't want to see that. And it was really sloppy that he was just walking around like that. Like, you see the lead hand all down, you see the red hand. I mean, he's just bringing his hands from so far away, and he wasn't able to really do much. He was just getting hit, he was getting leveled. Like, he was throwing a lot of shots naked. Like, I mean, Coach always talks about volume when we're striking. Like, he always makes a point to emphasize the fact that when we're striking, when we're throwing our strikes, we need to be throwing more than one strike. Like, you just can't go in there and throw one kick, one punch, or think you're just gonna shoot a takedown from no man's land. No. You gotta be set up out here. You gotta combine your shit, and you gotta set up your shots. Like, I don't understand how Joshua wasn't doing any of this stuff. Like, where was his coach at the time? And I had to watch the fight back on replay, so I didn't, I don't know if something was what was said in between rounds. I wish I did, but if I knew that, because, like, seriously, is nobody telling this man not to tighten his technique up? And it was so unfortunate, like, to just see him get leveled like that, just with that cross, like. And then he got stunned, like, yeah, man. And I get it, because he was trying to go for the kill on dude. But come on, dogs. Like, you should have knew he was thirsty to return. Like, you should have knew that. And then he got messed up, man. It's so unfortunate to see that, man. But I'm definitely going to be focusing on keeping my hands up more during striking, and really also staying patient and picking my shots, and not being too sloppy with my technique, and also throwing with volume, because those things right there, I mean, Daniel Dubois, it was just one clinic. It was just a clinic of him just capitalizing on every mistake that Anthony Joshua made. Yo, I give my man credit. I give Daniel Dubois all the credit in the world as a professional fighter to go in there and school Mr. Anthony Joshua on how to box. But not only on how to box professionally, how to box professionally on the championship level. Whereas, like, you just don't do dumb, sloppy stuff. Like, I'm sorry, bro. It was amazing to see that. And, if you have some time, check that out. Really examine that. Really examine. I mean, listen, since I started examining fights, which has been since, like, the end of 22, the first, like, fight card I ever watched fully was the Leon Edwards and Usman card, that time when they fought the second time, and Usman got knocked out at the end of the fight, damn near. Like, yeah, so, you see, even in combat sports, you just see a lot of weird stuff, man. And that was another weird moment, to see a former champion like Joshua come in there and be so sloppy. Yo, let's tighten our technique up, man. Let's not be so sloppy. And I'm speaking about myself first and foremost. Like, when I shadow tonight, I will have my hands up, and I will be keeping that in mind even more often, because, Coach always says bad habits will get you knocked out. And we just saw that on full display. So, yeah, definitely check that one out. And we'll move on from there. Now, of course, I gotta hit you with the 3 reasons on why you need to be more enthusiastic. So, with anything that you're doing in life, you have to understand, passion will make you do what you don't want to do when you need to do it. Passion will make you do what you don't want to do when you need to do it. Yo, some days I don't feel like going to gym. I don't feel like going to my job. I don't feel like going to training. I don't feel like going anywhere or doing any freaking thing, yo. But I want to be lit. I want to be successful. I want to be in a position where I've taken care of myself, and now I can just continue the task of working on myself and perfecting and molding myself. Yo, when I was homeless, I had to find something. And, I always say God puts you where you need to be. And people have heard me say this, but bringing me into the dojo and bringing into the jungle gym where I train at was the best thing God did for me. He needed, like I needed to be there. And so, listen, when I go in there, let me just tell you the first reason why I am enthusiastic about my training. Because one, I don't want to be boring. I don't want to be a boring training partner, a robot, somebody that, oh, it's like, oh, this guy. Like, I want to have some type of, yo, what's up? You know, like, listen, I grew up in Harlem, and I always say this, I always come back to the old time, where, you know, we come outside and it's like, hey, let's play some football on the street, or, yo, we about to play manhunt, we got one more. Yo, we about to ride with the bikes, what's up? You know, it's always, it gotta be some party and BSing right quick, you know how we do. And we snap some jokes and we get it in, you know. It's not so robotic like it's this thing that we doing. It's like, no, we're happy to be doing it, you know. The fellas is happy to go on a long bike ride. Let's go do the 6 miles right quick, go around Central Park, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Everybody happy to get together right quick and we would take this walk, because when we was younger, we got around everywhere by walking. So, you know, we was good. Like, you know, it wasn't, you couldn't be dead as a doornail. You gotta be more fun, liven it up. Okay, yo, you're not the type of person that like to talk, maybe you're a little shy, whatever. But, you know, like, find something in the damn room that captures your attention or your imagination and hang on to that. Bring a little something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man, let's get down and dirty on these soft ass mats right quick. Feel me? Now, and that actually goes into the next reason. So, like, basically, you need to give the room more energy. The room needs energy. The room needs good energy, not just any energy. The room needs good energy. The room needs to be loose. You know, like all this, we're so uptight about stuff. You know, I've been to places before where the room is so uptight about shit. And it's like, Jesus, yo, how are you so uptight? Where I've been to rooms where it's been super loose. Yo, when I was in Mexico, especially Mexico, yo, the room was so loose in Mexico. The room was so loose, because when they saw me hit the pads and everything, like, everyone was excited. Like, oh, you actually know, like, a little bit about something. Like, oh shit, like, yeah, I can hang a little bit. I've been training for a little while. And, you know, the room was so loose. It reminded me just like our gym. And then when me and the master, when we did stand up, and he was like, yo, you've been training. And it's like, yo, dude, and this is like a year in. Like, I'm not even as good as I think I am now, you know, like, but I just kept coming back with the master. He's like, yo, like, and we was on the thin mat. Like, come on. And he was messing with your boy. You feel me? He was fucking with me. So it's like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, everything was loose, everything was cool. So definitely we need more energy in the room. We need more positive, loose energy in the room. It just makes everything so much better, you know? Like, oh man, yeah, I can't tell you how Master was giving, and the guys, even the coaches, they just give me that energy, because we're drilling the Seyanagi and the Ippon Seyanagi, and it's like, you know, listen, every time I get some type of takedown, you know, so if you've been following me, Magoo_JJ on Instagram, like, you know, I like to post my takedowns every now and then. And, you know, when I hit takedowns properly, you know, it just feels good. You feel me? Master will give me the energy about me throwing somebody with the Ippon Seyanagi, and it's like, yo, bro, I've been trying to throw somebody with the Ippon Seyanagi the last 2 years. That's why I was drilling it like that yesterday. It's like, I was happy, like, yes, let's do this. You feel me? But that's what I'm saying. That's the energy that I'm giving to the room. Like, And then they're giving me the energy they got me gassed up. Like, I don't want to fuck around. I was just telling myself in the mirror last night, yo, don't fuck around and do nothing stupid the next tournament, yo. Don't fuck around. Like, you know, I can't see it that way. And then I'll just hit the last reason on why you should be more enthusiastic. It's because we may not get a chance to train again. Think about that. This may be the last time we be on this mat together. And I don't say that as in somebody's gonna die or anything like that. No, that's the worst. But of course, whatever. Life's. But just saying, perhaps maybe that'll be the day that you can't pay the bill anymore. Or perhaps maybe you move. Or, you know, maybe there's something else, like, you know, and I'm gonna miss seeing my training partner who I was there with for a considerable amount of time. And I know that because I feel that about some training partners. And I know that other people have felt that way previously. And I know I still even feel that way about when I was training at a place and I stopped training at a place. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel a way about not training with some of my training partners. So at the end of the day, definitely, I need more enthusiasm. I need you to be more fun. I need you to come in there. I need you to be ready to go. I don't want you to be sloppy. I want you to be excellent because I'm trying to be excellent. Like, I don't give a fuck about being perfect. I just want to know that I can take you down. And then I want you to take me down. And then I want to practice taking the bump, and I want to get up. I want to practice not getting taken down. I want to practice how to defend things, and I can get those live reps with you if you're there. You feel me? So that's what I mean by you need to be more enthusiastic. I want to see you there a little bit earlier than usual. I like to be there earlier than usual. I mean, I don't always get to stay late because I got to run. But if there's one question I can get answered, I will definitely ask Coach and get that question straight up answered. And real talk, even Coach, like, oh man, like Coach been so good to me right now, man. He just giving me that good training right now. So anyway, I holler back at y'all, man. Y'all get up on that mat, y'all get in that gym, you take care of your responsibilities, your family, you do what you do, man. I'ma holler back at y'all later, man. Magoo, signing off. Oos.